Good morning, guys. What's going on? Chris from Prime Health Management. It's Monday morning, chest day. So we got chests, a little bit of abs, a little bit of arms for you today. So first things first, we're gonna get into the warm-up. Anytime I do chest or basically any type of muscle group, there's always a warm-up involved. But for my chest in particular, I always try and warm up my back muscles, my shoulder muscles, and most importantly, my elbow, my triceps, because unfortunately as you get older, if you grew up doing a lot of bench pressing and a lot of pushing movements, your elbows are going to get very painful. So I want to try and kind of slow down that process a little bit as best I can. So any type of warm-up exercise I can do to get some blood going into the tricep muscles is always a good thing. So for this first warm-up, we're going to do a light banded tricep, meaning 3 exercises grouped back to back. I have a light mini band anchored to the high point in my door. So we're gonna do 12 reps each. We're gonna go face pull for 12. Then we're gonna go straight arm pull downs for 12. That's gonna kind of target more of the back muscles. And then we're gonna go into single arm tricep kickbacks, which is gonna hit the tricep. We're gonna do that 3 times, back to back to back, and then go right back into that second set. You're gonna do that for 3 total sets. And that's gonna be our warm up. So first things first, let's get into the first movement. Here we go. So for this face pull, you want to make sure you come into the bridge of your nose or even a little bit higher. If you want to get into that forehead, you can. You're actively trying to pull the band apart so you can really engage those upper back muscles. Number 2, next movement, you're going to kind of go with a neutral grip. Grab that band, slight bend to the knees, head up, chest up. We're going to do a straight arm pull down. Again, this kind of isolates a little bit more of the lat muscles. Get that 1 second squeeze, bring it up. So again, we're gonna go about 12 reps on all these exercises in this warm up. Just getting some blood going, just gonna getting the joints lubricated. After your 12, you're gonna go single arm kickback. 1 arm, obviously, tuck that elbow into your side, kick back, 12 reps per arm. All right, next 2 movements. We're gonna go a banded push-up paired right into a, I don't really have a name for it, but you're gonna be in a push-up position. And it's an exercise to target your abs. I'll show you when we get there, but basically we're gonna bring 1 arm out to the side to create a little bit of instability when you're in that plank, and that's gonna really help fire up those ab muscles. So, quick little thing, because people kind of mess this up sometimes when they put the band around their back. You wanna grab the bands. So look how the band is. My palms are facing away. It's like you're pushing the wall away from you. That's number 1. Number 2, go right up overhead. You want to get the band kind of in that position. You don't want to have it too high because then when you go into your push-up, it's going to kind of go over your neck. So make sure both pieces are right about there. I'll meet you on the ground. All right, so for this push-up, we're gonna do about a 3-second negative, so that's 3 seconds on the way down, explode up. 3 seconds on the way down, explode up. My rep is, I did 12 reps, which seems to be pretty good for me. Depending on your band, or if you don't have a band, you basically want to try and go to failure. So this is what it looks like. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All the way to 12. And for that next one, what you want to do, strip that band, go back into that push-up position. Feet are going to be a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Bring 1 hand out to the side, count to 3, switch hands. 1, 2, 3, switch. 1, 2, 3, switch. You're gonna do that all the way up to about 10 to 12 reps. Make sure your hips are very stable. There should be no movement in your hips. If they're swaying too much, you're taking a lot of the tension off the abs. All right, next set. We're gonna have some fun now. So what I want from you, if you have a band, go ahead and grab it. We're gonna do banded dumbbell presses. Drop the weight, go right into a dumbbell squeeze press. Then exercise number 3 is gonna be a, call it a boat. In yoga it's called boat. It's for the abs. So I'll show you all 3 of them. So let me show you this banded one first. So the way you set up, you're gonna set up just like you did prior to that banded push-up. Grab your band, wrap it around your back, and then hopefully you'll be able to see this a little bit. You're gonna grab your dumbbells that are strategically placed to your side. As you go back, you're gonna bring them up. All right. Oh, let me lower the weight. Let me lower the camera. Sorry about that. All right, that should be good. I have a step, so that gives me a little bit of clearance off the carpet, so I can drop my elbows a little bit, an inch or two past my body. If you have a step, that's great. You can definitely utilize that, but if you're just gonna lay right down on the floor, that's fine too, not a problem. So let me set up again, grab that band, put it behind you. So not only do we have the resistance from the dumbbells, but we also have the resistance from the band, basically adding some more tension to your chest. So the cool thing about the band, obviously if you don't know, as you press, that movement's gonna get harder and harder and harder, because the farther you push the band away from you, the more tension builds up in it. So it's kind of a little bit different training effect, as opposed to just using dumbbells where it's still the same weight, either in the bottom position or the top position, you're still lifting, in this case, 35 pounds. But with the band, when you add it to the dumbbell, at the bottom it's 35 pounds, and as you're pressing, I don't know specifics, but it's probably, a good 40 pounds at that lockout. All right, so here we go. Ugh. Once you're done with that set, drop your band, pick up your weight again, and then we're gonna do what's called a squeeze press. There's that one time you can kind of lay the dumbbells on your chest. You're gonna squeeze them together as you're pushing them up. So, looks like this. So these dumbbells are completely together. I'm pushing them together, so I'm getting some adding training effect into the chest, because I'm pushing together and pushing up at the same time. It's a really cool exercise. That's good. Woo. All right, exercise number 3. Let's go into that boat for the abs. There we go. So, body's outstretched, and we're gonna come up, knees in to your chest, elevate your chest as you come up, bring it down nice and slow, bring everything up, straighten everything out, bring everything up, straighten it out. Anywhere from 10 to 15 reps is where you wanna be. All right, so these next couple, we're gonna slow things down a little bit. The first cluster kind of focused a little bit more on strength and power and kind of being a little bit more explosive. The next couple exercises are gonna be slow down that tempo, lighter weight, and focus on that squeeze at the end range of motion to really isolate the pec muscles. So exercise number 1, we're gonna do what's called a banded fly. I got my door anchor up just higher than my shoulder. So how we set up for this, we're gonna try and go for like 12 to 15 reps. Grab that band. Now we're gonna go into what's called a staggered stance. So whatever hand it has the band, that same leg is gonna go backwards. So my right leg is behind me, my left leg is in front. So now we kind of have this what's called a staggered stance. So my abs really have to focus on keeping these stable so I don't topple over. So we get a little bit of an ab training effect here as well with the chest. So we're gonna start off right here, turn your palm so now it's facing you, so we're kind of going into that fly position. Slowly open up that arm, right back in front. Now if you notice, my midline is here, my hand is going slightly past that midline to really get everything out of that chest muscle. Come back nice and slow, abs tight, bring it in, hold for 1 second. Remember, slowness is key here. Slow and controlled. Everything's tight. My glutes are tight. my abs are tight, and obviously my chest is as well. 12 to 15 reps, about this tempo. Obviously make sure you get that other side. All right, movement number 2, right after that fly, we're gonna drop down and go into another chest exercise. This one's kind of cool, it's kind of interesting. If you don't have sliders, you can get yourself some towels and find yourself a hard surface. Chances are if you're living in Florida, you don't have much carpet, so this should not be a problem for you guys, but you need something that, you know, either these sliders or a towel will slide on. So this exercise, it kind of focuses definitely on your chest, but it also hits your triceps as well, because we're gonna keep the elbow close to our ribs as we press ourselves back. So one arm is pressing close to you while the other arm goes out in front. You'll kind of see what I mean. So I'm gonna start from my knees, abs nice and tight. So I'm gonna go out with the left slider, bend at the elbow with my right arm, and then push up. 1 rep, switch sides. So we're kind of getting like a close grip push up with one hand, and then we're kind of mimicking like a dumbbell pullover with the other hand. Just kind of one of those fun exercises that you can throw in. Kind of adds a little bit of variety in your workouts, and you know, you can do it from anywhere that you have a hard surface, obviously. And it's effective and tiring. All right, third movement. We're going direct abs. I'm keeping the same anchor point as that chest fly, so you don't have to move anything. So what you're gonna do, grab the band, either the left or right arm. I'm gonna start with the arm, the right arm. Make a fist, grab that band with the right hand. Left hand comes around, comes over. Step out, toes are in line with each other. The hips do not move. So that's the key to this exercise. We don't want to rotate those hips because that's going to take away from hitting the abs. What we do from here, these are called 10 and 2. So think of your hands when you're driving, 10 and 2. That's where we want to bring the band. So start with the band, bring it in front of your chest, bring it straight out. Now from here, 10 and 2, 10 and 2. That's your range of motion. The whole time you're keeping your stomach as tight as you can. Notice my hips, I'm not swiveling. All this tension is right up in my abs. That's where we want to keep it. So we're gonna go anywhere from 12 to 15 reps. Abs tight, remember that. After you get your 12 to 15, spin around, get the other side. All right, let's finish up this workout. Bis and tris, 2 different exercises real quick. We're gonna do a banded dumbbell curl, and then we're gonna pair that with an overhead tricep extension. So I kind of have a lighter dumbbell. This is a 10 pound, and I'm gonna hook it up to, can you see that? I'm gonna hook it up to the band to add a little bit more resistance, because 10 pounds just ain't gonna cut it. Like so. You don't put one arm underneath your opposite arm. That's going to create a little bit of a shelf, so you have something to curl off of. So it almost mimics like a preacher curl bench. Go for anywhere from 10 to 12 reps. 1 second hold at the top. All right, for that tricep exercise, high anchor point, still using a band. We're going to go overhead tricep extensions. Staggered stance, 1 foot in front of the other, abs tight, right up over your head, lock out those elbows. So we're gonna go 6 reps, 3, 4, 5, 6, switch your feet, give me another 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, switch your feet, another 6, and then another 6 on that opposite leg. And that's going to conclude today's workout. That's bright. All right, guys, hope you're having a great day. Tomorrow, I'm not sure what tomorrow, tomorrow's Tuesday, so that's going to be legs, I believe. I don't know. I'll get back to you. Either way, stay safe, stay sane. try and move around. When you kind of sit on your ass and watch TV and do nothing, it kind of sucks, gets a little depressing. So always try and find something to do to kind of get your mind off what's going around. And I guarantee that will help out a lot. All right, guys, see you later. Bye.